Morning, everybody. It's good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody in Egypt's time. This is Ala Shaheen. I'm working as a director of DARPE. It's the abbreviation of Development Assistance Roadmap Portal of the MENA region of the Middle East. DARPE is a partnership and enabling. We call it's a partnership and proposal development enabler. Today, first of all, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your interest in learning more about DARPE and learning more about the international development industry or international development market in the MENA region. Just to introduce again that DARPE is an aggregator of tenders and grants, request for proposals, request for applications, expression of interests. So we are an aggregator of all of these opportunities in which we identify them from thousands of websites that are public, where international development organizations, whether they are donor agencies, granting organizations, money granting organizations, or international development organizations, either being an implementer or either being a philanthropist or a donor at the same time, because they can play both roles. We collect all of their requests for proposals and requests for applications only concerning throughout the whole countries of the Middle East, from Morocco to Emirates, to Saudi Arabia, to Yemen, Iraq, Palestine, Egypt, Sudan. And so it's along the Arab countries, in addition to Turkey as well, because we think that Turkey is part of the Middle East, and there is a lot of work there in Turkey for projects going to Syrian refugees or to work in Syria, as well as, so we cover Turkey within our geographical dimensions. Those aggregated sources, we get the requirements, the request for proposals. We classify them so you people or members of the DARPE platform can reliably search for those requests for proposals and requests for applications, opportunities that in line or suits our members, each member, areas of expertise, either by development sector itself in terms of for instance, education, health, democratic governance, trade, environment, engineering, as well as to the services that our members are providing in terms of design, research and assessment, monitoring and evaluation, training, capacity building, feasibility studies, market assessment studies, marketing, digital media, communication, and so on. So we classify them under these either per the different countries, per the country, the location, the client itself, and the sectors and services. So we can so people, our members, can search reliably, and this will save them time, save them costs of searching so many organizations we are aggregating. So it's under your fingertips. So you save your time, you save your cost, as well as you hopefully you will not, as a member organization, will not lose seeing an opportunity that you may have waited for a long time. Sometimes we can bid for 2 to 3 opportunities a year that are strategic in order to grow our businesses, expand our portfolio in the right direction, and grow more strategically. So by being a member of DARPE, you will not lose these opportunities. Hopefully, you will not use your missing opportunities, as we are doing our best and utmost efforts in terms of scrapping, research, identification, and classification of thousands of RFPs and RFAs across the Middle East. So what today's webinar is mainly about to walk through our initiative DARPE as a partnership and proposal development enabler for consulting firms, for independent consultants, and for non-profit organizations and foundations. So DARPE is mainly focusing or targeting the members of DARPE are coming either consulting firms, providing professional services, management consulting firms, development consulting firms, engineering consulting firms, environment, climate change, and so on. Non-governmental organizations and non-profit organizations, NGOs, as well as individual consultants, where donors or implementing organizations are requesting the services of individuals, not in terms of companies or organizations. So this is one of the DARPE is one of the only maybe initiative in the Middle East that covers whole Middle East, not specific country, covers all type of donors and all type of tenders and grants available, which is usually until now we think that tenders and grants is one of to identify the tender and the grant. The RFP is one of the most used method of fundraising or growth, where people download these RFPs and RFAs and then respond to that. So it's more into reactive rather than proactive. This is most of the Arab countries consulting firms are using, is more into reactive rather than proactive. Proactive means that you are initiating relationship and building partnership, not any partnership, but trusted partnership with specific client organizations which you would like to work with and explore explore opportunities with them. It's more into a proactive and reactive versus reactive, which is regarding here is about responding to RFPs. So I will share it. I will go to the webinar's agenda, which we today will talk about how to search your projects and how to search tenders and grants and opportunities, how to manage your tracking pipeline, business opportunities pipeline, how you integrate opportunity-specific insights into your proposal, and then we go up to live questions. I hope that I will not take that much of time. Christine is with me, my colleague Christine is with me. Please, Christine, respond to these notes and comments coming in. And there is someone who's asking if there is any translation. And so Christine will be here today with us on the chat so that she can respond. Christine, you can also put the DARPE link and for people and the DARPE membership for people to know the membership prices and where they can connect with us later on. Let me discuss the DARPE. I will share today now the website now. 1 minute, please. Now everyone should be able now to see it. Here's the geographical focus. As I said in the beginning, Turkey is included. Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, Iraq, all these countries are part of our geographical focus. And what we do is actually we provide information on opportunities, which are the real-time funded tenders and grants opportunities aggregated from 1,150 public sources of public procurement agencies, and there's extremely growing number in the world in terms of donors and emerging philanthropists and emerging organizations which would like and wanted to support developmental interventions and the humanitarian relief interventions within the whole world, as well as the MENA region, is growing. Every day we can see al-ata and the giving is growing across the globe, and we see opportunity organizations are emerging. So we track as much as we can these organizations. So if you go, so we We provide a platform or a dashboard for opportunities and a database for organizations, whether funding agencies or implementing partners. What I mean by implementing partners are private consulting firms or independent consultants or non-governmental organizations. All of these are service providers. And we think they are development implementing partners. These are the partners who most of you guys who donor agencies depend on to deliver their programs. The consulting firms, independent consultants, and NGOs specifically are the vehicle for implementing projects on the ground because they are coming locally led and locally originated projects. And we have a database as well, it's still growing, of experts and consultants who trusted DARPE platform to upload their CVs and to create an online visibility for their own for themselves as consultants and experts in different areas of development interventions, where DARPE members can see them, can connect, can contact, and hopefully they can partner with each other in implementing, designing projects. So these are a sample of donors that we track, including the KfW, the European Investment Bank, the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, USAID, World Bank, GIZ, Danish Refugee Council, UNIFPA, all into one portal and one place. So if you're gonna go into the reactive way of fundraising or reactive way of growing our businesses, we go into the tenders and grants section, in which we learn now how to search. In the tenders and the grant sections, we have we are listing as of today. For instance, today is the 5th of June. So here is a call for expression of interest for a multi-annual partnership with the Netherlands Refugee Foundation for in-country partners as part of the Aspire direct funding. Here is a project coming from an organization called the Netherlands Refugee Foundation. So now we have posted it. Today is the 5th of June. The deadline is the 30th of June. And the sector is refugees, migration, and the service is capacity building and training. The areas or the countries in for this call for expression of interest is Iraq, Lebanon, and Turkey. And this is a grant. So they are looking for non-governmental organizations. And you can see a tender means, for instance, here there's another one, which is, let me make a notation. Here's another one, which here is another one, which is Expertise of France, looking for a project on-site third-party monitoring services, and this is in Syria, for instance. And there's another one here coming in from the Consulate General of Sweden in Istanbul, call for applications for 2025 from the Swedish Embassy for Turkey in democratic governance, human rights, media development, women's rights, and empowerment and institutional strengthening. So let's see how we search for our projects. First of all, you need to search for those projects that you have in which you have a better winning probability. So don't just respond to everything without first making a filtration or a selection or opportunity qualification. And this is part of that initial research. You need to, there is some areas of research that we research against. For instance, you may search with the client organization, who you would like to work with. You want to work with Abad, you want to work with Acted, you want to work with Qattan Foundation, or you want to work with 100% Mamans, another foundation, or USAID, and so on. So you can search by client name. You can search by countries. Which countries you would like to search? Here is we have in DARPE from Algeria, Bahrain. Which countries means here the location of the country where the investment is invested in, where the international development put a certain amount of money, either for grant of a tender, to be worked in Egypt, in Bahrain, in Emirates, in Jordan. This is where we call it the country of interest or country of concern. Then you can search by sectors. So you have by agriculture, you are working in arts and culture, you are working in child rights, climate change, economic growth, education, entrepreneurship, environment and energy, and you go into more. We have about 24 different main sectors in which you can search. And then you can search by subsectors as well, and sub-services as well. So you can refine and filter as much as you can of opportunities that you think are, number one, relevant to your organization, that you have the capacity, and it's part of your strategic, is part of your mission, your vision, of your business development strategy, and that in addition that you can compete and you have a good win rate, hopefully, and that they are strategic to your business, and that opportunities that you can add value in, something that you can bring value. You don't just respond to opportunities because you think you have capacity, but can you add value on this area of expertise, so you can be at the top of those competing, what we call competitive range or final listed. So otherwise, don't bother yourself and don't spend and waste your time and for opportunities that you are going to lose. So increase your winning rate, improve your winning rate by able to select properly. Selection criteria, how to search for tenders and grants, are the following. I'm going to repeat. You select by client or donor organization, by country location of implementation, by sectors of development, services required, and which is your areas of expertise, such as accounting, auditing, advocacy, business development, capacity building, engineering services. By type, is it a tender or a grant? Tender usually for consulting firms, whereas a grant is usually for non-profit organizations, and sometimes they open it for both, for profit and non-profit, to bid and compete for a grant. And the same thing for tenders. And also you may filter by, is it this opportunity is open for bidding, or is it already closed, or is it a forecast which is potentially coming after 2 months or 3 months, which is in the pipeline of the procurement plan of the organization, or there's a deadline like 3 weeks from now or 2 weeks from now that you need to submit a response or a proposal, or is it the grants that is a rolling basis that you as it's open, and then you just whenever you open this website, you can get whatever grants application and start applying, because it's the grant organization or the grant making organization is making it open, so you can at any time you can submit. And then there are some grants are open with the specific deadlines. So there's a deadline October, April, September, in which you can apply usually and repeatedly, but with certain deadlines. Yani some of these grant organizations, like for instance grants with so they have certain times of the year in which they accept receiving responses. Let's say we would like to go into, for instance, a project into 1 minute, please. Let's say a project into Lebanon and Iraq. Let's say, for instance, here is a country, let's say Lebanon. We can see as well as Iraq, for instance, 2 countries. I would like to work in 2 countries, for instance, as an organization. And sector, let's go into the refugees and migration. Here. And we can go into services like capacity building and training. And let's go into any type, so just leave it tender or grant or individual. So it's the type of the procurement notice. And then you can and keep the status open, and let's have search. So here is I'm doing a search criteria in which I can come up with, the first thing I will come up here with 197 results, like a pipeline, big pipeline, with projects in Iraq and Lebanon concerning refugees and migration, with capacity building and training. Because we are filtering, we call it search criteria. So this will help me to avoid all the fluff. There's a lot. It's like an ocean of opportunities. So how can we first let's filter and let's focus. So the first thing is, yes, we have selected Iraq, Lebanon, sector refugee and migration, capacity building and training. Of course, when I select refugee and migration, capacity building and training, this means that I am, as an NGO or as a consulting firm, have capacity and expertise and such technical areas in terms of sector and services. So you have these 197, and you will find the first one, for instance. So you have 97, and you can, as I said, you can still make more filtration. If you want to go, for instance, the type, let's have it, it's a grant. Then let's search. You will find, before we have 197, now you will have 88. So the number is less. So I have 88 on grants. Again, refugees, migration, and capacity building and training in Iraq and Lebanon. If you want to have more of, then you can get more of sectors and sub-services. So let's have, here is the first one is a call for expression of interest for multi-annual partnership with the Netherlands Refugee Foundation. Fine. Now, how can you bid for this tender? If you are bidding like blindly, and just to start, here, I will click here on this opportunity. What the portal gives us details of the opportunity and so on. Here is the sector. The project duration is 5 years. It's a very interesting opportunity, by the way. Deadline is the 30th of June. Still, we have time. 25 days is enough to prepare a proposal. And here are the attachments, which are the documents in which you download and respond. And here's the name or the email of the contact information to respond to. If you spend, you download the document and you start apply for that, your winning rate will be about, and that you have the expertise in Iraq and Lebanon and in migration and in capacity building, your winning rate will be 20% only. So your winning rate is only 20%, as if you are gambling. Your winning rate, 20%, because you are responding blindly. So to improve our winning rate, we need to start getting insights into this RFP to improve our winning rate from 20% to 30 to 40 to 50 or 60%. So this is the item number 3 in our webinar today, is integrating insights. What are the insights that we need to integrate? There are 3 types of insights, or many insights that what you call opportunity insights, sometimes called the connected experience, sometimes, connect the puzzle, so you can submit a proposal that a story to tell. This integrating insight, and there's a list of different insights, or you can equate that with business intelligence knowledge. Business intelligence knowledge is a very important to maximize and increase your winning rate or capture planning capacity. Capture. In Arabic, أين تؤكل الكتف? Capture planning. So in order to improve capture planning or increase your winning rate probability, the most important is to integrate insights and integrate business intelligence information and integrate information within your response, within your proposal writing. What kind of information you need to add As I said, there's plenty, but the most three important are, it's like a small methodology called 3 C's. C, C, C. The first C is to get client understanding. So you need to understand, who is this organization? Who is this Stitching Volunteering? This is a German or a Dutch. Who are they? You are preparing a proposal for them, so you need to respond to them. So who are they? First, understand your client. This is the first C. Second, who would be or could be your competitor or partner? So you need to understand who are the competitors. Here in DARPE, we give you, because of our database that we are mapping since 7 years, so we are giving you who could be a partner working with the same client, with this organization specifically, and who have worked with them in the same area of refugee and migration and the same kind of type of services. It's algorithm and coding within the system that provides that such matching. Very simple to match. So here, for instance, you have these organizations who have worked with this organization. We have the Syrian American Medical Aid Society, International Rescue Committee, Medical Aid for Palestine, Support to Life, Relief Alliance, RQ International. So these are potential partners to you or potential competitors to you. So you need to go and read about them so you understand what kind of value add these organizations bring. So you can also make a note of things that you can offer the same as these organizations. You can learn what are the weaknesses of these organizations are by just desktop research or even contacting them, and you will learn what kind of where you can add value in such weaknesses. So here you make strengths and weaknesses analysis of potential competitors and or partners, because these could be partners as well. So you can communicate with them and then ask them, hey guys, are you interested in this opportunity? We are going to work on that project. Are you willing to partner? Is there any interest? So you can create your partnership. So this is the second C of opportunity insight. And the third C is your own corporate experience and your own capacity, because you need to show your muscles and capacity and the previous list of experiences that you have, at least 3 to 5 projects that you have done in the past in Iraq or Lebanon, in refugees and migration projects and capacity building. This is the third C. So the opportunity in science integrating, as I said, I mean, from where I have mentioned, finished, your corporate strength, C. The second C is competition or competitive advantages, C. Well, and thankfully, DARPE has given you, algorithm gives you a list of partners and competitors that you can't get anywhere else. And the first C is a client organization. So you can click on this organization as well. So you need to know more about the client. Because of DARPE database, you will find this the organization, you will find their website, you will find the people that you can connect. Here is like 4 to 5 real persons that you can connect and talk to. And then you will find what procurement notices, previous RFPs by this organization. You may skim or skip your proposal writer, proposal developer, these previous RFPs, so you understand more about the organization background, the outcomes, their strategic objectives, their political objectives, and so on. And here again, you can find a list of organizations which have worked with this organization, so you can get them, you can have them as competitors or partners. This is an expanded list than the list that I just show you. The list that I just show you what was the ones into who have worked in the same area of expertise and same countries and same client organization. More filtered potential competitors and partners. In this list, it's more expanded list of partners who have worked with this organization before. This gives you more understanding about the organization. So here is another information you are getting as a proposal writer, proposal developer, or a partnership specialist. Back to the tender opportunity, we also add another valuable widget, which is who could be potential expert CVs that you can propose as proposed key personnel of the program. Here is a list of potential consultants, potential experts, potential staff to recruit and to talk to. While talking to them, you can get more information about them and more information about the projects they have done in Lebanon, Iraq, and Syria, and Lebanon, and Iraq. And then you can get them into your CV, into your proposal. And here is the list of names: Safa, Harak, Maria, and then Jill, and the list of those potential consultants who have opted to put their CVs into DARPE platform. So you as a member can connect, can talk, can partner. And as you know, in development consulting and international development, the quality of CVs, quality of experts is so important to include into your proposal, and they are highly graded into the evaluation criteria. So it's important to find those people, and this is where DARPE brings in. He also brings in you suggested individual consultants per country, per sector and service of concern that you might consider talking to recruit during either the proposal stage or even outside the proposal stage at any time. But at our scenario now is during the proposal stage. So that what kind of, so to summarize it, what kind of integrating insights into an opportunity is to understand more about client knowledge, client information, competitive and competition, key experts and personnel, and your own experience and strength, and even similar opportunities, because in similar opportunities you may read RFPs of other organizations working in Iraq and Lebanon in migration. You can get more information about the context they are mentioning in their RFPs. You are getting more information about their technical methodology requested, and this will improve again your response. So the 20% of winning rate will be increased to 40 to 60% by just getting a better insights into your proposal writing and development. And all started with first identifying the opportunity, like this one in DARPE. And then once you have the opportunity to respond, you start integrating the different insights. And this is one way or another of improving your winning rate your winning rate and growth, expansion, financial security, financial stability, and so on. So I want to stop now. This is just an overall view of the DARPE platform and how DARPE can help you identify opportunities like this by searching, by having strong search engine that makes your selection reliable, relevant, and that you don't lose a strategic opportunity that you are waiting for, as well as how it helps you once you get the opportunity and you are going to respond, how you can integrate insights, opportunity-specific insights into your proposal development to improve your winning probability or winning rate. I don't want to spend more time. Now it's about 30 minutes. I have maybe 35 minutes of presentation, and I would like to thank you for attending the presentation and listening to us, and would like you to now open this for questions for you guys. You can raise your hands for questions and answers. Do you have any question? Was it clear? Here I have some of the chats. Please connect the Moroccan map on your website. Thank you, Felicia. Okay. And here's some. Yes, it was clear. Thank you. Thank you so much. It has been very helpful. Hi, thanks for the presentation. Enes Dawoodi, Enes Dawoodi, you can talk if you want to ask that question because your statement is cut.
Hi, sorry.
Hi, Enes.
Hi. Yes, I would like to tell you thank you very much for the presentation. It was very, very clear and very interesting. My question is, do we need to be members of DARPE to have all the access to all this information?
Yes, DARPE is a project of Beit Al Karma Consulting. So it's a consulting group, and DARPE is not a non-profit organization. So the commerciality, as you know, for any project you do in development nowadays, they usually ask you for sustainability.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Okay, and part of the sustainability is institutional sustainability, technical sustainability, and financial sustainability. So DARPE is a social enterprise that is helping NGOs, non-governmental organizations, and consulting firms to identify opportunities, submit better proposals, hopefully win, then they serve better, they grow better. This is the theory of change of DARPE. So in order to maintain our commercial sustainability, there should be subscription fees based on to get that information and important information. Yes.
Okay, and how does it work to become a member?
How again, please?
How does it work to become a member? Do we need to? How do we register? Is it online?
You just go to the website. Okay. You just go to the website. I wanna share my website with you. Again, 1 minute, please. Just give me a minute. Share screen, and here it is. You just go to the website, and there is called membership plans. And in the membership plans, you have different memberships. You have 1 month membership plan. You have 3 months, 6 months. You have 12 months, 1 year, and there is different kind of services. The one that I have mentioned is about premium plan, in which you can download tenders and grants. And by the way, it could be because you customize it, so you can get a customized email alert for the things that you think is important for you. Or you can go every day in the morning and just give yourself for 10 minutes to search, and you will get the best results to search. And this is, by the way, as I used to work for years as a business developer and proposal writer. And this one of my job descriptions every day is just to open, select like 15, actually at that time, 15 or 20 donors that we track, USAID, World Bank, European Union, and so on. And I spent the first hour in the morning just to see if there is any opportunity to download and to work. And once I found that opportunity, I start distributing the opportunity to my team. And then we start work for that specific and that opportunity to go, or opportunity to bid for. And then we start working on the proposal. So the premium plan gives you this identification of tenders and grants, and also gives you access to the client information, competition information, potential consultants to work with you. It gives you the first and second step, actually, foundational steps when you develop your proposal. And this is the way that this is what you call the science and art of doing, because it should be a methodical, to do a proposal should be a methodical way. So you need to see the client information, you need to see the competition, see who are the experts, and see your company experience. So this is the science of it. And then you start the art of it, in which you start saying why you are different, and how you can show your capability in a different way, and how can you transmit your messages to the client organization. So by having this, certainly your winning proposal rate is going to increase. So here again, back to I'm just repeating myself again to Enes. Here is the membership plans in which you can submit your plan. and select the area that you would the plan that benefits or in line with your requirements. Of course, you can at any time you can put your CV at DARPE or create your organization profile at DARPE, and this is for free. So DARPE members can benefit from, because there's new CV is coming or a new organization is coming to the platform, and you will be benefiting by DARPE platform seeing you and learning about you and potentially have business. Any other question? Yeah, is it clear, Ines?
Yes, it was super clear. Thank you very much.
Okay, where are you doing? What are you doing, Ines? Where do you work?
I'm a partnership officer, and I'm working for EECD in Tunisia and also for Lebanon and Egypt.
What is the name of the organization, please?
EECD, Institut Européen de Coopération et de Développement. It's a French organization.
Interesting. Thank you for attending. What is I don't want to ask more questions because it might be more like what's your winning rate, but no, there's no need for that. Okay.
We can keep in touch.
Okay, Akid, sure, Enes. We have something from Dana Hilmi. Dana said, thank you for your presentation and the insight you have provided. My question is that it is a requirement. Is it a requirement to recruit a consulting firm or an individual consultant for a bid to be accepted? No, of course. Look, bidding, request for a proposal, is where client asks the community to provide them with either services, supplies, or services, supplies, and works, construction work. DARPE is focusing on services. This is one thing. Secondly, do they have to have a consulting firm? Of course not. If you are a consulting firm, you are going to respond because you are a consulting firm. If you're a non-profit organization, there is no need to have a consulting firm with you. You can submit a proposal by yourself. If you want a partner that could be a consulting firm, for instance, responsible for the monitoring and evaluation part of your proposal, where you lack, as an NGO, you lack meal experience, yeah, this will be adding value for your proposal because you are teaming with a partner that is needed. But it's not a must at all. It's not must at all. And this way, okay, it's not must. And we have, I understand, thank you. Okay, any other question, guys? I'm available for your questions. Any question? Is it clear? Okay, you can, at any time, you can go to DARPE and you register for a demo call in which we can help you to navigate DARPE better and better. And one thing I would like you to go out of this webinar is the 3 C's theory: client, competition, corporate. Client understanding, competition understanding, and corporate. In the competition understanding, you analyze your weaknesses and strengths, and this will you show and demonstrate when you are doing your interview, or you are doing your presentation, or you are writing your proposal. And then the corporate, which is your corporate strengths. These are the 3 major elements that you integrate, insights that you integrate into your proposal writing, so you can improve your winning rate. And of course, you need first of all to identify the relevant and most strategic tender in which you can put your investment, time, and effort in it. Then we call it go or no go decision, bid or no bid decision, or opportunity qualification. And that's why we have applied a great, powerful, reliable search engine, so you can easily filter and select those only opportunities that you could win. Yeah, go ahead.
There is another question from Rachel.
Rachel, thank you, Rachel. Does DARPE also look for funding opportunities from Arab foundations, governments? If so, which ones? Yeah, of course. Only those opportunities that are related to development. Okay, or to international development, let's say development instead of international. Yes, we do. We follow up organizations like Dubai Care. It's on our radar. Mohammed bin Zayed Foundation, Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Initiatives, Al Walid Philanthropy, Misk Foundation, Mohammed bin Salman Foundation. We have King Sulaiman Foundation. We have other foundations, Islamic Relief Foundation. So yeah, we governments also, as well as we have the Lebanese construction and reconstruction development, something like that. It's part of a government body. We go into, yes, we go into those tenders. Usually are not that much because they don't publicly announce, but the ones that they trust us, they sometimes, yes, they said that sometimes they send us their call for applications or call for tenders and call for grants, and we post them into DARPE. So because they want it, because these organizations want to have more responses. They want to have not only more responses, more response, better response, and more diversified. So more diversified in terms of partners. They don't want to stick to specific partners, and that partners are not, maybe there are other partners on the ground who can deliver more impact, better image for those philanthropists. So yes, we do. And there are, and all of these organizations, Arab foundations, we call it Arab organizations, are in our database. You can see them here if I'm allowed to share my screen again, and you go to the organizations database. In the organizations database, you go to, for instance, and category, you select Arab organizations, you search for them, and they will come up to you like here: Arab Urban Institute, King Salman Center for Disability Research, Al-Anud, Princess Anud Charitable Foundation, Community Jamil Foundation, Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Zayed الأعمال الخيرية والإنسانية, مؤسسة سلمان bin Abdul Aziz Al Rajhi Al Khairiyya, and so on. So we have actually listed 152 Arab organizations or Arab philanthropists and Arab foundations who are working in the development in the Middle East. And we also have corporates, by the way. We also have corporate funders. These are in our database. If they apply for something or they announce for something, we capture it. We capture that. Okay. I want to stop share. Any other question? Thank you, Rachel, for your question. Rachel, where are you from?
I am living in the Netherlands, working for a Dutch NGO. So we are working with a lot of partners in the Middle East, in Iraq, Syria, Yemen.
Perfect. By the way, we have just today, we have an example of a project that funded by the Russia, by a Dutch, as maybe you have seen it, which is, it was, I think it was, what's the name of the organization? Yeah, here it is. So can you pronounce the name, Rachel? I can't pronounce the name properly. 1 minute. I think you have, what's the name of this organization, Rachel?
This is Stichting Vluchteling.
Yeah, okay. So this could be a partner for you in the future, or a competitor, by the way.
Yes, very true. And as you looked at the suggested relevant partners, I recognized quite a few other Dutch organizations there as well. Yeah,
perfect, Rachel. Thank you so much, Rachel, for your intervention, for your question and intervention. Thank you so much. Who else? Any other question, guys? No questions. Thank you so much. I don't want to take that much more time. It's 60 minutes. It's 55 minutes now already. So thank you so much for joining us today. Let's be in touch. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.